bit more smoothie by Tarek Gurry, but he's having to be because that Viper's got so much more power. And I think that's the key to this. Martin Bell is able to sling it around but make it look smooth. And Tarek's just literally being very careful not to overdrive the car, because that's when you can get into problems. You can see Bell is so much quicker. And Gurry just can't do the same thing. Yeah, see him when he tries, that's what happens. Now we move back to the rear-wheel drive semi-finals. Like the Class 8 cars, retirements hit the Class B rear-wheel drive cars. This time the gorgeous Porsche GT2 could not make it to the start line.
It's 3.6 litre, so you've got loads of capacity. You can't really beat CCs. It's just got so much torque. Very tractable engine. 460 horsepower, as standard. It's an incredible piece of machinery. It runs all day, doesn't need much attention, very reliable, and just an awesome car.
But this time the retirement was due to a slightly different reason. Paul was late for his grandmother's 95th birthday and couldn't stay until the finals. Either that, or he didn't think he could win. As Paul Ergatudis couldn't make the final, this allowed the next fastest qualifier into the semis. The next fastest qualifier was Nadine Geary's Viper. The first semi sees Nadine versus Leon Green's Toyota Supra. And Nadine Geary on the right-hand side gets away well, but so too does the Supra. Now they're neck and neck early on. Through the gears they go, up to third, now to fourth. The Supra just ahead of the Viper at the moment, but it's close. These two very close as they head towards the line. Who's going to get it? It's the Supra. Now look closely at the right-hand side. Nadine definitely moving before the green light. The Supra got away brilliantly from that green light, but as you can see, Nadine then had to react. And you just wonder, if she'd got away when the green light went off, she could well have challenged the Supra, but it wasn't to be. On the right-hand side, as they come towards it, it'll be Steve Scott in the Focus WRC spec against Rod Tarry's Cosy.
Well, it's a 1989 rear-wheel drive Sapphire Cosworth, which I bought in 1986 as a fairly standard car, with a few mods done by MA Developments. The car has ran faultlessly.
Except for a broken exhaust.
Yes, we have broken our exhaust, which we've had to cobble together with bits from Halfords, I'm afraid.
So what was the exhaust?
It was a Mongoose, and it actually broke in the middle, stainless steel exhaust, because one of his rather vicious launches there.
Snapped it clean.
Snapped it off. I believe we are the fastest rear-wheel drive Cosworth by a mile, very close, against the 4x4 boys, so we've done what we've achieved to do today.
Waiting for the lights. Away they go. And a good start by the Cosworth of Tarry. Brilliant start indeed. And look at the Focus squirming, trying to put the power down. And the Focus I don't think is going to make it here. It looks as though Rod Tarry's going to fly towards the win here. No problems. And I think the Focus had trouble at the start. And another look at it, you can see that the Focus was just creeping there, and he really did get a little bit of a false start, and that's why he had to react the way he did, trying to get the power down as quickly as possible, but then it was too late. No time for second chances here. Class B rear-wheel drive 500-meter head-to-head finals. Rod Tarry on the left-hand side in the Cosy against the Supra of Leon Green. Waiting for the lights. Away they go, and the Supra's still there. Well, the Supra didn't get away. I think he was trying to anticipate it, but he's got away slowly. Away goes Rod Tarry in the Cosy, but wait a minute, Tarry stopped, or he's slowing down. The Supra comes flying past, and Tarry's nowhere, and the Supra's going to take this and go to the final. Let's take a look on board at what happened. As you can look, the Supra there, just edging forward, and then comes to a complete stop and has to start again. So poor old Leon had a terrible start there. This is what happened to Rod Tarry as the Supra flies by.
Got overexcited, missed the gear, revved the engine, the clutch pedal stuck to the floor, so it was all over and done with by then. I think he was asleep on the line though, and then just came sailing past me.
Well, yeah, just a little bit, yeah. No, I got the old line lock on the old brakes and put my foot on the brake, put the line lock on, went to get the stall up, and it didn't happen. It just a bit slow off the line. But, it happens in motor racing, doesn't it, really?
I don't mind losing to Supra.
And I don't mind beating a Cosy.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be close. Looking at our times, you know, the times we're running are going to be very close. So it was going to be, well, one for all, wasn't it?
That's it. Whoever made a mistake.
Yeah, I think that's what
But
it's
my
down
one
to
was
at the end
more
of the day.
permanent.
Yeah, it was, yeah. That's it. Yeah, mine was a bit sleepy off the line, but then we got there in the end.
Now we move on to the last handling finals, Class C four-wheel drive. Third place, Jason Hulbert, Evo 4 RS at 33.02 seconds. Now Jason's had a wonderful afternoon. He's probably been out there on the course more than anybody else. His car very, very consistent, and he's been consistently in the 33-second mark. So he knows the course well, and now he's just looking for speed, and that's the advantage he's got over the rest of the competitors. Now he can concentrate on getting the best out of the car and not worrying about the turns. And look at him go. Mitsubishi really holding well nicely there. Evo 4 version, a little bit of a nudge there. Have to think about it, but no, nice and smooth through there. Second place, Ronnie in the R33 Skyline at 32.88. Well, this has been the man of the moment, Ronnie in the Skyline, but I have to say this course wasn't designed for this car. So powerful, these Skylines. And this turn of all of them has really been the toughest of all, but he's nicely through it. And Ronnie's got the ability to just know when to use that power and get the speed down as quickly as possible on this course, and then literally roll it to the last part as he comes through that last section, screeching the tyres. And first place went to Gareth Lloyd in the Escort Cosworth at 31.84 seconds. Now this Escort has been superb through here. It really is the ultimate rally car, literally. You can see this on a Welsh rally somewhere, and it looks as though Gareth Lloyd could be one of those drivers the way he's come through this course. Not even worrying about the cones. He's driving superbly, exactly on the right racing line in terms of getting the speed from the car, and away he goes. Look, so much smoother than any car that's gone through there, and he doesn't look as though he's even trying at the moment. Great stuff. Let's take a look at the difference between Gareth in the Escort at the top and the Skyline. Well, certainly Gareth's off the line quicker than the Skyline, but then as you can see, the Skyline catches up pretty quickly once it gets through the gears. Now, the left-hander, the real telling mark on this course, Gareth's able to flick it straight in, and the Skyline has to ponderously take time to make sure that he gets literally round the course. Gareth, though, so much more nimble and very much more quicker, but they're level here. Skyline getting on the power quicker, but Gareth's going to win out all in the end as he gets through the tight, twisty sections quicker. Beautiful comparison. Let's go on board now with the winner, Gareth Lloyd, as he's up to speed very quickly in the Escort. But the key here, look at the determination on his face. The key is to watch his driving style here. He's so smooth. Straight into the corner, and he's not fighting it at all, and there's so much grip in that Escort. Through the gears again, but again, not having to worry about fighting the car. Very smooth through there. It looks as though he's going slow, but he's actually quicker than anybody else on the course. That's the key to a fast lap here in the handling course. Straight through, no problems. Down through the gears, not even trying. Now we move on to the Class C four-wheel drive 500-metre head-to-head semi-finals. The Class C field was totally decimated by retirements. First out was Simon Norris's Evo. Next out was Gareth Lloyd's Escort Cosworth. This left an all-Nissan Skyline final for Class C. First semi-final saw Ronnie's Skyline R33 pitted against Andy Barnes's Skyline R33. Remember, earlier today, Ronnie qualified with a time of 11.97 seconds at 142 miles per hour, whilst Andy clocked 13.10 at 130 miles per hour. It would take a spectacular launch from Andy to have a chance of beating Ronnie. So watch the left-hand side of your screen as we go, and it's not a bad start at all by Andy Barnes. He gets away well through the gears, but here comes the Skyline. Ronnie flying again, and the Rocket is going to take it by miles. Andy got a good start, but the Skyline's in a different class. As the lights go to green, let's take another look at Andy's start. He gets away brilliantly, but then ruins it. Look at this, he either misses a gear, there's one in there somewhere, Andy, and by that time, of course, the Skyline of Ronnie is gone. Glenn Horncastle's Skyline R34 on the right-hand side against Jed McDade in the black Skyline, an R33. Away they go from the line, and not a good start at all by Jed McDade. In fact, he almost stopped it. And away goes Glenn Horncastle, and he's going to take this by a country mile. Look at that, no problems for him. And Jed McDade, well, literally bogged off the line. Here's another look at it. Take a look. at the R33 on the left-hand side, who literally got away so slowly. I don't know what happened there. Finally picked up a little bit of pace, but by then, again, Horncastle's and his Skyline was almost at the finish line. On then to the final. Rocket Ronnie in the all-grey Skyline up against Glenn Horncastle in a similar Skyline, but an R34 GTR. Now, these two are good friends, but I just wonder who's going to be buying the beers at the end of this one. It's going to be close, and they've worked so hard to get to this final. Now, it's a real sprint of adrenaline to that final flag. Glenn Horncastle on the line with him. Car rattling as he goes for the start. It is a good start from Glenn. Away they go, but the Skyline of Ronnie is flying again, and look at him. Look at the lead he's got already, and Glenn Horncastle can do nothing to try and stop him. They may be friends, but it's all over this time, and Rocket Ronnie wins again. Let's take another look at it. And his start's so important. As they go to green, both the Skylines fly off the line. But you can see by the way the cars move just how quickly Ronnie is through the gears, and he's already ahead, and that's what it says there. A flash of the headlights, because Glenn knows his day is done. Let's go on board with the master, Ronnie, for that gear. First gear, second gear. Really having to push it through the gearbox. Third. By now, he's already ahead. Fourth gear. And that literally is an overdrive for him. No problems.
I've just basically been doing what I've been doing all day. I just try to go on the light and just do the best I can, and this time I beat him. Like, it was good.
My only chance against Ronnie was actually on a launch, and I've done the best launch I think I could possibly have done, and it just weren't good enough, unfortunately.
Keep my fingers crossed, just hope I can just hold it together for one more run. So I've got a long drive back to Essex tonight, so I don't want to break anything, not now.
I'll tow you. I've got a tow rope.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you towed me before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Class A versus B 500-metre head-to-head final. Now it's time for the fastest front-wheel drive car to shoot out against the fastest rear-wheel drive car to see who meets Ronnie in the final. It's Leon against Andy. Which is quicker, front-wheel or rear-wheel drive? It's obvious, isn't it? Just edging up now. Here come those lights. And oh, the Supra's gone already, and the lights certainly hadn't gone to green. And away goes the Maestro, but the Supra, well, poor old Leon Green. He was so hopeful to get a good start there, and he's blown it now. And the front wheel Maestro is on his own to go into the final now with Ronnie. Plain sailing. Here's another look at it. And the Supra, as you can see, just dives forward there. The anticipation a little bit too much, because he was about a second and a half too early. And of course then the red light came on, and that meant the Maestro was away.
What happened? Right, isn't it?
Not a lot really. I think during as the day's gone on, the old gearbox temperature started rocketing. You know, torque converter slipping a little bit. It's just the end of the day, innit? I think really we're all tired. You know, come against that thing and it's like a missile. Goes really well, but I think it's, you know, it's good. Go against something like that, and it just gives you some more ideas for, you know, next year. So yeah, we should be a bit quicker next year, I think, really. So it's all a learning process.
500-metre head-to-head grand final. Now it's showtime. The test to find the overall 10 of the best champion. Fastest two-wheel drive and fastest four-wheel drive. One shot only, first across the line. No second chance and no excuses. Andy's MG Maestro versus Ronnie's R33 GTR. On paper, the race has already obviously been won by Ronnie, but there's been plenty of breakages and incidents today. Ronnie's not taking this for granted by any means. Andy would love nothing more than to cause a major upset and win the whole competition. So, here we go. Well, every Maestro owner in the country wants Andy to win, and he gets a great start. Look at those front wheels, really putting the drive down. But the Skyline is already up to speed, up to third gear now. And Ronnie once again is gone. And the Maestro tried, but in the end, just couldn't keep with him. On board then with Rocket Ronnie. Through the gears, second. He's muscling that gearbox. And look at the speed he's already created here early on. Looks across, but there's no need. Takes the line.
on all categories.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't win the handling, but I think I came second in that as well. So, but you know, you can't win everything, can you? Really pleased. You know, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank Mark, Tony, and all the guys at Abbey Motorsport who built my car and built Glenn's car, which was second in the four-wheel drive class. Done a fantastic job. Couldn't ask for anything better. Cars run like clockwork all day, apart from sort of accident damage from the track. We've had no problems at all. That's great.
The hero of the day was surely Rocket Ronnie's R33 GTR. Not only did he win the 10 of the best overall champion, he also won best of class, top speed, and very nearly won the best handling street car too. A truly amazing performance.